Hey everyone, Coach Ryan here from PRS Fit Nation. Hope all is well. I'm coming to you today from Kansas City and Swope Park, which is the home of my favorite trail that I run on every day. I wanted to share with you some trail running tips for those of you that might be new to trail running. I've had a couple questions about some different parts of trail running, so I wanted to go ahead and share those with you today. So the main thing that you're going to bring from road running to trail running, if you haven't already participated in trail running before, is good form. And as Coach Jeff, Coach Dan, and the rest of the coaches at PRS Fit Nation teach you, sort of easy form running. There's lots of different videos in easy form running that Jeff has produced, so I'll make sure to put them below the video. So if you haven't seen the easy form running videos yet, make sure to check them out. They're very, very excellent. But let's get back to sort of focusing on what's going on in the trail. So there's 4 main tips that I'm going to bring you today when you're trail running. They're a little bit different from the road and how to do them. The first tip that I want to bring you is head position. So when you're on the trail, it's going to be a little bit different than when you're on the road, because when you're on the road, you can tend to sort of fall asleep as you're running. You can run and you're just sort of looking ahead. There's nothing really to watch sort of for in front of you or below you. You're just running. On the trail, that's obviously not the case. You've got boulders, you've got rocks, you've got sometimes some woodland creatures going in front of you. So your mind and your body are sort of working together to say, okay, over this rock, over that rock, there's a creek, stop, slow down, whatever the case is. So when you're doing that and you're looking, especially on the trail when you're new, what most people tend to do is they tend to bend from the waist and look down, or they tend just to drop their head. And as they're running with their head looking at the ground. 2 things wrong with that. One, if you're on a busy trail like Swope is some days, there's mountain bikers, there's a lot of other people running, so you're not seeing anyone that's coming at you, so that can be a little bit dangerous. The second thing is you're going to be throwing your form off. If you're bending from just your waist and bending down like this, all right, that's going to push you sort of into the ground. That's not what you want. But if you're bending just from your head and looking down, you're actually cutting off your ability to take in as much oxygen as you should be able to. So you're cutting that flow of oxygen into your body, which is not going to be good as you're out on a trail run. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your head is straight, so it's in a nice neutral position. You're looking forward, so your head is looking forward. But the easiest way to do it is just drop your eyes. So as you're running on the trail, you're running forward, your head's not dropped, your head is in a good position, but your eyes are looking down. Your eyes are scanning the ground in front of you, about 10 feet in front of you, to see if there's anything that you're going to have to encounter. So instead of dropping your head or dropping your waist, you're dropping your eyes. And I'll go ahead and show this at the end. The second thing that you're gonna work on are your hands. So in hand position when you run, your hands are essentially down at your side. You're pulling them up like you're in attention, like if you're in the service. You're pulling them up along your seams, and that's pushing your elbows out behind you. And then when you're running, your hands are just sort of gunslinging, as Coach Jeff always calls it. They're just sort of coming out from your waist, out and back, out and back. You're not crossing your midline. You're not going out like this. You're just out and back, out and back. Now that's good on the road, but on the trail, your hands are really going to become almost like you use ski poles for when you're skiing. And that if you're coming down a downhill, your hands are going to be out to the side, and they're going to be providing you a little bit more balance instead of just having them close to your body. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. So as you're coming down the hill, your hands are going to be out to the side, and they're going to give you a little bit more balance than normal. So it's just sort of real quick, and you'll see it at the end more, but your hands are going to be out to the side, and they're providing you a little bit more balance, almost like I said, like ski poles when you're skiing. So you don't have to keep them so tucked in. You also don't want to have them out sort of like an airplane, but they're a good balance from when you're running on trails, especially when you're going on the downhills. The third thing is, when you talk about easy form running, the main thing is you're lifting from your core. You're not kicking out from your knees, and you're not doing the shuffle, and that's really important on the trail. So when you're doing it, you're making sure on the trail that you're lifting from your core, and that's going to help you lift over rocks, lift over any roots, and that's going to help you from not toe poking rocks or anything that you find in the trail. Because you'll see a lot of people do that, especially if they're new and they have sort of the pendulum swing from their knee. They're always hitting their toes on the fronts of rocks or on roots, or scuffing the back of their heel. So you're making sure that when you're running, you're lifting from your core, and you're lifting those feet up in the air, and you're landing them with a nice mid-foot, forefoot strike that's going to help you to be able to be a more efficient trail runner. And the fourth thing is the cadence, or the rate of your feet as they hit the ground. It's really important in trail running, especially to not overstride. So you're not going to have a very, very long stride. The reason that is you don't want to overcommit when you're on the trail. So you might be going over a section that's really technical with lots of rocks and lots of roots. And if you're overcommitting, you're going to be stepping over rocks, stepping over these trees, and you might find yourself in a position to get injured because your foot is out in front of your knee and you're causing sort of a braking motion. And I've seen it happen with people. They take a real big step and they sort of land awkward because their feet aren't in front of them. So you're making sure that your feet are underneath your body, and by taking quick strides, especially when you're going uphill, especially when you're coming downhill, you're going to be more efficient, but it's also going to be a lot safer for you. And your mind is going to be able to make quicker decisions in terms of where your feet go to keep you upright. If you're making longer strides, you're going to be much less stable when you're out on the trail. So I'm going to go ahead and hop up this little hill down here and then run down to sort of show you guys. Watch as I go up, especially when you're going uphill and you're going downhill. You want to keep those strides. Quick. Keep the strides short and keep that feet moving quick, because that's going to give you a nice firm base to get up that hill. And as you're going up the hill, remember, we're sort of leaning into it from our ankles. We're not bending our waist. We're not bending our head down, and we're just going up that hill, quickly, and we're going to come down that hill quickly and in control. So I'm going to go up the hill and then come back down. And there you go. I hope that those trail running tips were helpful for you. If you have any other questions or want to see some more videos, get in touch with me on Twitter. That's the easiest way. It's Ryan J. Knapp, K-N-A-P-P, or you can email me at ryan@prsfit.com. Like I said, hope those tips were helpful. I hope you have fun on the trail this summer. Get in touch with me if you have any other questions. And as always, happy running. Have a good day.